Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to a new episode of My Thoughts On. This week, I'll be giving my thoughts on The Walking Dead game, and which one you ask? It is The Walking Dead game by Telltale. It is the point-and-click adventure game that came out for the 360, the PC, and the PS3. And I think it came out for some other things, but those are the main three. I'm not going to be talking about the DLC along with this. That's going to be a separate video for some other time. So I'm just going to be talking about the main game. The Walking Dead game came out, I don't know when, sometime last year. It has won many awards for Game of the Year, which I actually agree with. I'm actually happy that it won. It has 5 episodes altogether. Each episode has 7. It's 7 chapters long, so it's kind of a long game. Because because I've tried beating it in one day. I can't even do it unless you start from early in the morning and you play it all the way until at night. Then you might, but I don't think it's possible unless you actually know what you're gonna do. The game is a point and click. You just point and click towards things. Sometimes you have to, in some situations, you have to rapidly press the buttons to get out of bad situations. So it's a really easy game to play. It's based off the comics of The Walking Dead, but it's not set. It's set in the same thing, but it's through different characters' point of views. Not from the main people from the comics or the TV show. This is supposed to be like a continuity thing of the comics, kind of. It focuses on mainly on Lee and the old African American Lee and a little girl, a 9-year-old girl, Clementine. And along the way, they meet many different people like Kenny and his wife and son, Katja and Duck. Then you, Larry and Lily. Lily is actually from the comics, but you kind of have to look that up to actually figure that out. Because apparently, this is Lily is the person that ends up killing Lori and Judith in the comics of the comic book. You also get to meet Glenn, the Asian Glenn. Then you also get to meet Herschel and his farm. You get to go there, so that's pretty cool. Those are the only 3 people. Lily, Glenn, and Herschel are the only people that are actually in the game that's from the comics and TV series. But along the way, you get to meet different characters like Kenny, Katja, and Duck. Then you get to meet a college kid, Ben, and then you have Doug and Carly. Now, a lot of these, you also meet different ones, but these are the main people really stick with you throughout the entire game. You also get to meet a hobo named Chuck. I actually liked Chuck, he was pretty cool. This game is really fun. If you have not played it, I recommend getting it and playing it. And the reason why it got so many good reviews and got so many awards for Game of the Year is because the story is so well written, the characters are so well done. It's like you actually feel like you're with them on the journey, and you just don't want to see them go, because the ending is it's very sad. But it's probably, I know for sure that it's made 3 grown men cry if you watch Tobuscus, PewDiePie, or if you watch the Walking Dead review on Smosh Games. They have thought it was sad and they actually cried. And I actually thought it was really sad, because it's like, you feel sorry for, because you're going through this entire game, you're actually bonding with these people, because and you're playing as the main character, Lee, and you're trying to take care of this little girl named Clementine, and you're acting like a father figure to her through the entire game. So you feel like you're actually getting close to these people, and you just like, and plus they Telltale made it to where whatever you say, because it gives you, and throughout the entire game it'll give you 4 options to choose from, and whatever you say will affect the story. So you could be, one playthrough will be one way, and if you go through a second time, you can choose a different way, and it can be a totally complete outcome. It could be determine who dies, who lives, how it's going to affect people, what their attitudes towards you. Like and also you get to meet Omid and Krista. There's a few characters that you meet like near the end of the game. Now it's like this entire game, it adapts to how you play, so whatever you do, it affects the game. So you can play one playthrough one way and play the second playthrough another way. Kind of something like Mass Effect, the Mass Effect series, where you can play through different ways. I really like this game, like I keep on saying. I could probably play it a few more times just to see how the different ways it can happen. Because I've already played through it twice. I could probably play through it like maybe 2 more times, depending on how I feel. And plus, it's probably one of the most popular Walking Dead games out there now. It's just a really good game, and it's really easy to play because it's just a point and click game, and it's easy on the Xbox. It looks easy on the PC. I don't know about the PS3, but I'd suggest either getting it for the PS3, the 360, or the PC, because, well, for me, I would get it for the 360 because I mainly play on the 360. I'm not saying the others are bad, it's just I mainly use the 360. But I highly recommend, if you have not played the Walking Dead game by Telltale, I would recommend getting it and playing it, because it's a really good game, and it's a roller coaster ride full of emotions, action, drama. It's just really good game, well done. Just recently, DLC just was released for it. Like I said in the beginning, I will talk about that later, on a later date. And now they're working on a second season for the game, where it will take the choices you made from the first season of the 5 episodes plus the DLC, and it'll affect what happens in the second game, in the second season of the game. So by the time second season comes out, I would make sure that before you start, the decisions that you made in the first game and the DLC, in the first 5 episodes and the DLC episodes, that's the way you want it before you go into the second game. If you don't, it'll randomly generate what you did. So I would highly recommend doing the first season and the DLC 400 days before you play second season, because then you'll feel like you actually done something, and it'll be either your fault or it's because of you, or in a good way or a bad way. I think it's going to be out sometime near the end of this year. So, and it's supposed to be, according to what I've read, it's supposed to be more connected towards the TV show this time. So I'm hoping that, which is cool, but I really hope they actually bring back the Clementine for because she was the main character, and I will not get into that because I do not want to really spoil the game for you. But I hope she's in the second season, because throughout the for 5 games, you're pretty much trying to teach her how to survive through this tragedy that's happening to you and the girl throughout the entire season, and that's all really. So it's like, why have the choices affect her when she's not going to be in the second season? So I really hope they follow through and they add Clementine to this one, to the second season, because it'll be just really good. And see, I really want to know how your decisions affected her, throughout the time you train her, help her through the first 5 episodes. And plus, The Walking Dead is a popular series right now, so that's another reason why it's a good game. That's about, and I think that's gonna be it for this week. That's all I can really think of. So I will see you next week. Like this video, share it, comment down below if you've played the game. Comment what you think about the game. If you haven't, what your expectations wants to be about the game before you play it, or even if you haven't, why would you not want to play it? Why would you like to play it? Anything. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. See ya.